You want to go home safe. Everybody does. You're not getting paid enough to fucking give your life for the goddamn job. Give yourself the best chance.
Do you do any Kimura's? I know you can. I know you know. But do you do Kimura's from?
Close guard? I was just doing this yesterday. So Dante was, we were just going over like some like real like two-step movements. This like thing that Tanner was talking about yesterday, where it's like I get two moves, you get one. So or the other way around, I get one, you get two. I forget how it works. But anyways, so we were just doing like fragmented roll, and so you got one move. So Dante would grab here every time. Right? Cross collar there. So,
I don't even like this position.
I don't like it either. I don't like it either. It makes no sense. You would always grab on this side. Because what am I trying to do? I'm usually trying to get this over and you just help me. But anyways, so he was here like this. And I just did this to him. You know?
Yeah.
And so, anyways, I was just like looking for any sort of like little, you know,
So you
lock.
drove into this?
So yeah, so he was here, and I just like kept doing this on him, and he was like, oh, that sucks, and then
Yeah.
and then I was talking to him just about, you know, why would you cross over if that's where I'm going with this? So anyhow, but it was a great little like this idea of trying to slow it down,
Yeah.
so that when you make your two moves, I get to like think about what sucks right now. Just stop. What sucks? Because what do? We go like this, and then you just like everyone just starts moving, and it kind of is like it's hard to see. It's out of control. So then, it actually didn't work that well at first because it was too slow and like too weird. But then when I was the uke, I could like do the pace that I wanted you to see. So, you know, and it was a little bit of the action, reaction. It was a little bit of the stop the offense before you go. So you're on defense. You need to stop them, you know, fourth down, they got to punt so that you can then be the aggressor or be the initiator, right? That's a better way to think about it, is the initiator. So anyways, it just opened the door to seeing, you know, everybody goes to open the guard the way that Tanner teaches. Because why? Because that's how you know. Well, okay, if they do that, so like, it's you know, the one that, well, Tanner teaches where you're pushing down this leg with your, yeah, right. Okay, so he does that. Okay, I have some options. I'm going to get my guard open if I do nothing. I can pull, I can push, I can maybe take this arm if he's already going that way, right? I can do what I was doing here. I can pull this arm, and the more I pull this, the less he can pressure there, because now how does he pressure on both sides, right? So I can pull that this way. If this is all nice and locked in here, I can threaten that this way, and he's going to come back into me maybe with some pressure, and then so it was just like that speed of like letting him set up one thing and then let me see. And what happens, you know, is that as soon as somebody does that, you like open your guard. And it's like, okay, geez, you just missed like the whole game. You've already moved on to a new technique. And if I'm going to open my guard to try to get ahead of you, because that's the only reason I would do that, then I better have somewhere I'm going. But to open my guard and sit there just gave him what he wanted.
Right.
You know, so I was trying to break it down into like single frames.
Okay.
Anyhow,
So I mentioned.
that wasn't what you asked me, but
No, it's
you asked me
fine.
if I did Kimuras.
No. What I want to do is like, and you used to me do it. And if it's elementary part, I apologize, but I always have to make it simple for myself. I want to teach the Kimuras so we can know how to prevent the Kimuras, because I think they're very effective. And since I've been a blue belt, I use them a lot. I don't always finish them, but I use them to get my hips out from under, or I use them to get my hips away from them, and I threaten the shoulder line. But if I'm in close guard, and I gotta think what I need. I need three things. I need base. I need a wide base with my knees. Because the moment I start getting here, I'm easy to push left and right, east and west, right? So I need a wide base. I need my bottom over my heels, and I need good posture, but I can't be sitting up too vertically, because then I'm susceptible to a hip bump sweep. I'll show you guys this. So if I'm up here over like this, and now I've made a table, I'm susceptible to a trap and roll. So I gotta find this sweet spot where I'm not posting on the mat, I'm posting on their armpits, their arms, their biceps, the inside of their elbows. I work my way down the chest to the sternum, to the ribs, and make it uncomfortable, and I don't flare my elbows. Eventually I wanna pin their butt to the mat, and I'm pushing on their pelvic bone. So you guys will feel this, but this is what I'm doing in close guard. Is there anything else that you might?
Dude, I would say that we spent half of the drill that we did in just understanding that when you're in closed guard, the game is posture, maintain posture, break posture.
Exactly.
That's it.
So
That's the whole game.
The opposite of what I'm going for in closed guard is what you're working for. I mean, I'm in closed guard, that's what he's trying to do. He's trying to break my posture, get my hands to the mat, compromise my base.
And it's really simple. There's only, you know, if we're thinking about it in a plane, this isn't like break posture Rolodex of maneuvers that I've learned. This is like anybody can think this through. He's got a perfect triangular base. There's nowhere that he's going, you know, unless I force him to go. And there's only 4 ways I can take him. This way, this way, or that way. So I'm sitting here just realizing, I don't care if you don't know anything. Just start moving him around. You know, I mean, methodically, but okay, he's gonna stay there. He's back a little bit. Let me push away and maybe hip bump, see what he does. He's gonna push into me. Okay, let me pull him here. What's he gonna do? He's gonna posture up. Why? Because he knows he has to win the posture battle. He maintains posture, he wins. He breaks posture, okay, he's off center a little bit. Let me see if I can get this over. No, he's gonna push back this way. Okay, let me see if I can put, no, okay. So that's all I'm doing. Until I feel like I've broken posture, I can't sweep him. Any sweep I have, or any submission I have from there, has to start with broken posture.
And he's crossing his ankles, he's pinching his knees, he's using his knees not so to hurt my side mirrors, but he's controlling me east to west, north to south. So as he does a crunch, his knees come up to his face. As he creates space and he kind of opens his guard, he still keeps a knee pinch with his knees. So when I know he's starting to open, I got to be cognizant if his feet are open, that's my time to stand up. I need to stand up or post on the knee and flatten the knee. So that's the game that we're playing until I can attack the Kimura, because I'm doing the Kimura because he's going to pass my guard, or I want to prevent him from passing my open guard, because I've gone from this position. I've gone from, this is a neutral position, but in general I'm at 51%. Dominating at 49%, because he's got to break my guard to pass. He's got to break my guard to pass. So I'm using these lateral positions to do this, like this. So as I open, I'm pinching my knees. I'm not opening my guard and then creating space to shrimp, because he already knows he's going to start passing. So what's important here is, once he feels that I'm doing this, and I can't do a hip bump sweep because he drives into me, I'm looking for elbows. I'm looking for breaking posture. If I can't get the elbow, then at least I'm going to break his posture. And I'm going to go back to close guard. So here I can start going to the back, or he's going to reposition his head to get over my center line. But think of, like he's saying, if I can threaten this, he doesn't do it, this, and he's keeping real tight with his elbows. Sometimes I'll get to the side. I'm pinching my knees. I'm making it uncomfortable for him. I'm digging for that outside elbow. So if I come up and I feel the hip bump sweep, he does a body lock, I already know I lose it. I'm losing this. I got to get this little hand like an ice cream scoop, get behind his tricep. You're going to feel where the tricep tendons begin. I'm under the elbow bone, and I reinforce it right here. And I start bending his elbow. As his elbow's bent,
Oh, my wrist is already
sorry, he doesn't like it. Right, so we're going to be careful with the wrist. So he's either doubling down with a really secure body lock, or he's like, I'm in danger. Right here, I'm not fishing his hand through, let's go into the wrist. When I can bring the wrist back, then I marry my hands together, and once I connect, I bring both my thumbs forward, I roll my knuckles forward, I bring the elbow tight, I pinch my legs, and I pinch here, boom, Kimura.
And that is such a good detail of looking for the elbow in closed guard and tweaking elbows. You know, because Joseph yesterday was just getting caught in one arm triangle after another, and it was like, dude, you gotta get you know, if you want to this move from Tanner, this one here where you're closed guard and I'm pulling back and I'm doing this thing. Well, this elbow is safe. Why? Because I'm all the way back here. This one is not. This better be pinned against something, because if it's out here, you're a goner. So the elbow game, you know, which is one of the principles, maintain the center of the board, right? Don't get stuck out here, is not intuitive to people. It's not, especially at a lower belt. So if you're down here looking for elbows as I'm doing this and you're grabbing my elbow, gee, I'm already like, what is going on? Look at my posture. I've lost. I'm so lost. Right? So I love that.
Yeah.
I think that's a great.
So he's keeping that structure inside here. So I'm looking for this elbow to flare, but I didn't get it the first time. He's like, oh no, and he tucks it into his side, right? So immediately he brings his elbow in close to his body. I underhook with my blade. I bring this one. Now he's gonna drive into me with this. Cool. Yeah, I'm gonna go to the back. I hope. So we're just gonna work on bottom guy and closed guard. We're looking for a hip bump sweep where I'm rotating this way. Oh, that's my hand. Which I'm not feeling real agile.
Yeah.
But he knows once I rock one way, I'm coming up. So he's gonna double down and drive into me. He's gonna drive into me somehow. So I gotta somehow control this elbow. So for this one, we're just gonna use it with a bite lock. You don't have to go all the way around. We're just gonna pull the elbow out. Once you pull the elbow out, if we work on, what we're gonna do is left hand. We're gonna go this way, pull the elbow out, and just try to get it to your chest. Now I got you. So all I'm trying to do is get here. And this is all I'm really doing. So if he tries to pull out in the gi or no gi, I've got a little bite right underneath here. Okay? I re-support myself. I can extend and bring my hips in even more. So if he tries to posture up and pull out, I don't have a good wrap. It doesn't seem like it, but I'm locking on this bone.
Well, also I'm in order to pull out, because he's got enough pressure, I'm actually putting pressure on the shoulder.
Yeah. So in order to alleviate that pressure on the shoulder, he's gonna have to bring his elbow up. And once he brings his elbow up, I'm trapping that to my chest. And that's when I'm controlling the wrist, leading through. So that's all we're gonna do for a little drill right there.
And then the only thing I would add to this is it's a part of a whole process of the posture battle. So this is another tool to unweight your opponent on top. Is to play with these shoulders, right? To play with the arm across. Okay, elbows, right? So I would think of it as the way you're going to get it, an elbow, is by not going for the elbow first. You're going to get it by teetering this way. So just plainly, real plainly, the options are legs to me, right? That makes him do something.
I'm moving my hands.
The options are, if I just open my guard, I love doing this. I stomp, so did he open his guard? Because here you're like, did he open? I don't know. I opened, okay, he does something. I don't know, what I love to be able to do in this spot is close right away again. Because I'm hurt, I'm old, and I can't move very well. So I got him here, I like leaving him here. And I like attacking from here, and I don't want to open guard, it gets crazy. And then foot locks and stuff starts happening, and I don't like that. So I want to stay right in here, right in my little safe zone. Okay, so I open and he does something. Cool, if I don't open, he probably doesn't do anything. So I just see what he does. Oh, he opens, okay. And this is something we talked about the other day. In jiu-jitsu, you're always trying to either create patterns to take advantage of one, or recognize patterns to take advantage. So I open, he goes to there, I close, he comes back. I open, he goes to there, I close, now it's like, okay, if I open, he's gonna do that. The second he does that, right, I'm open, I'm gonna push this across now. Because why? Because he's focused on there, his energy's there, I'm gonna mess with this. Now he's gonna come back really strong, and when he does, right, I've got this, I can sweep, or he gets this arm back out, he comes back really strong, and now I'm gonna go grab my elbow. There's my elbow. But it's not gonna be right away.
So you saw, when I felt that danger, I compromised my base by putting my knee in his butt cheek or his cracked neck. He swept me to the other side. So there's a scissor sweep. You can't get a Kimura, you can get a scissor sweep. You can't get the Kimura or the scissor sweep, you're gonna be able to get your hips out. Right now we're just gonna work on threatening the Kimura by breaking the posture. So we'll pair up and we'll do that drill. We'll be on the bottom and make him feel it. And then you guys will be on the bottom of it. So twice on each of you, doesn't matter which one.
Tell me your name.
Jake.
Jake.
Okay,
Scott.
Scott.
Scott. Yeah. Cheers.
You've done this one, right? Yeah, I should do this one. So with this one, I want you to, we're gonna work on your.
So you're just even just like seeing taking a physical inventory and seeing like this guy's triangle is pretty nice. He's got, he's in here. I'm not up there. Yeah. Right. I'm back here. And so at this point, you're just like, okay.
So if someone does this.
Okay. Yeah. There you go. Yeah. You can pinch there. You can bring your knees to your. Yeah. And you see what I do. You got me lifted up a little bit. So now you're just like, okay, that's what he does there, right? And then you could. You know, if you try to sit up, have you seen a muscle sweep?
This opens up. What is your knee?
Okay.
You can try your
Let me show you
head.
real quick. Just as a something to add to you.
So instead of looking here, because I know.
So the muscle sweep is right here. You're sitting back, and I come up. You're sitting back, and I come up here. I'm over. I grab on, and I just bump like this. So it's the way.
Take advantage of
Somebody's sitting back.
Right.
Right.
Because so, since I'm here,
It's the same arm
thighs
over the opposite side. Sit up.
So-
Yeah, that's good. And then you grab it on, and now you've kind of got me, right? And just make sure you clear your leg.
All they're saying next.
Yep.
So you're just using your mass against their
Yeah.
balance going back?
Right. You're saying, okay, you want to go back? We'll go back.
Ideally for me.
You want to come forward? A lot of times, when I come forward, what I got to do to stop it? Like if I'm in here and you get me coming forward, I got to come here. Now my elbows are out. So now you're going to attack an elbow, right? And he's going to, yeah. So now you're going to attack that. And I'm going to do this to get back. And I'm going to sit here, and then you're going to attack that one. Just like, jeez. And then you're going to pull me forward, and you're going to, now you got that across. Now,
Is this where I would come in here?
yeah,
With arms?
well, you would take it back. You take your left arm and grab my lat here, all the way over my back. Yep, and then you, yep, real tight.
So before you can
Stay close to ours, as you're doing it.
connect,
Yep.
holding your wrist, before you transition.
We just keep going to the back.
Put your elbow in the knees, keep going, connect as best as you can. Now bring it close, rotate over.
Yeah, well, you're using your hand to pull you up on
With
the.
your elbow side into your.
Yep, there you go.
Push your body.
Yeah.
Translate
Right.
this to your chest, your sternum down.
So
Okay. And now I want you to.
those are kind of like, that's kind of like where your head
So
is.
I'm not
So-
doing your hand yet.
Oh, okay.
You know, if you get
So
arm
I
crossed,
Okay.
you can go straight to arm bar, which is
So
If you got it.
foot on hip.
So
This leg's
right
coming
hand
up, your left
under
leg
your
is coming up and
forearm.
over my shoulder.
Because your arms
Boom.
are
And you get, you're going to arm bar.
Here.
and
Yeah,
so
over
I can't get there, but I can
Over
get
here.
over
You
my.
kind of.
Yep.
Okay.
So you
So-
got arm bar.
I can get
Now-
Bring you down here or leave it here and just.
For now, this is fine.
Okay.
and so
You
I
know,
got
but
a
okay,
grip
so I
on
can add
it.
arm bar. You go back to guard.
That's fine.
Good,
So if you're gonna
right?
do that, and then
If-
that's all you can do.
If I start doing this,
Worse than that?
bam.
Worse than that?
and I'm not paying attention to it,
I want you to double
Ready?
down.
You
this
grab
leg.
this arm,
Right elbow.
and now you open this up, and you can get a
Now you're
triangle.
controlling my shoulder. So I'm
Both
gonna
of these
try
over
that.
my
And
yep,
probably do this.
and close it.
Right.
Okay.
Now
Yeah, I've got to
triangle.
hip out.
If I get out of
to
the
get
triangle,
to here.
you throw your left leg over my head to this
Before
side.
you hit out.
And now you're back to an arm bar.
This time you're gonna hit
Right?
this way.
So I know that's a lot.
That little difference
But-
between hipping
Yeah, I'm trying to
this
think.
side.
Well, because usually,
Before you hit
some
the
early.
space.
Got it. Yeah.
Okay.
you know, it's like,
This
I'm just
time-
focusing on
so
trying to
that's
not have to
supposed
push
be
my leg down.
hip into
I'm not
your-
even looking at it.
Sure. Okay.
So
So
it's
hip to the same
just-
side.
So when so
that idea of
so
that.
here so let's take that.
And I've got.
And as you're looking for
control posture
elbows,
there.
what you're gonna do to stop me from doing this is threaten me. threaten to break my posture. Because I can do this and maintain posture. Once you affect my posture, I have to address it.
Yeah.
I am not gonna stay like this.
So, 'cause,
Right? I have to come back.
Straighten the arm out.
Or maybe I have to abort that and come back to here. So I'm only gonna do this when I'm comfortable.
And that's just.
Yeah.
As long as you keep moving me around, I can't get comfortable. I ain't going there. You know?
So it's gonna be.
Yeah.
Underhooks,
Good.
overhooks,
Let's go to, yeah, you secure that.
I'm not plastering.
Now I gotta address this.
A rock. One way.
All the way back.
Let's do a rock.
Boom.
Rock and push.
Now I'm all out of balance now, right? You've broken my posture. So you can either hold on to that, you can try to take advantage of that through
See what I'm saying?
sweep
Right there,
now,
scissors.
right? Scissor sweep if you wanted to open up.
So you would go.
And let's just say I'm really strong at
You gotta open your guard. You gotta bring one knee through, the other knee, so it's gonna push this knee out.
Feel on it, just to reach.
Yeah.
And then start on the other side.
So,
And you know that I'm susceptible to that. Then what am I gonna do?
broken posture, you're
Posture.
down,
I'm gonna
right?
stay
I'm
on
gonna
the
go here.
Here's another attack.
I'm gonna, usually the grips is the same side,
That
right?
little arm sweep
and then I'm gonna open,
is really effective.
and
You'll
this
watch
knee's gonna
Thunder when
push,
he rolls.
and this knee's gonna pull, but usually we're gonna pull
Yeah,
down
see
here,
it?
Yeah, oh, he does, absolutely, he does.
go from there,
So,
right, like a scissor.
I don't
Okay,
think that's
got
new, I just think I'm focusing more on my arm sweep
I
and
think-
on the elbow.
I think that arm scoop is, I kind of, I stopped doing the, I stopped doing Kimura a lot. Roll,
Yeah,
because I
you're
was
still
doing
messing with
it-
me.
I was doing it constantly.
Yeah.
Yeah, now,
And
these, what you're doing is fishing, which is good.
I'm talking about it,
Commit to it.
reminded me that, yeah, I've
So if
actually,
you're gonna go arm over,
I've stopped
right,
doing the
so you're
Kimura,
gonna
and I
go
need
with that
to
elbow.
bring that back
What you
in,
really
because
wanna
I've
try to
seen a
do
lot.
is get that elbow out. And when you got it up, don't get it back.
Yep.
Sure, you can. I mean, you've already kind of got me in the, yeah,
And that's what this Kimura could potentially come.
right. So you've already got me in that spot. But, you see what I'm saying? So if you get an elbow, you don't necessarily get off of it. This is how I would handle it. A lot slower than what you're doing.
Sure.
Right? So I'm here. I'm just, okay, you're gonna post up. Let's see what he does here. Okay. Oh, I'm gonna take this elbow. If I got this elbow, I ain't giving it back.
So right in here.
Yeah. I ain't giving it back. So you better do something about that, which is like everything it takes to get it back out of there, right?
So let's get you pulling forward a little bit where you were when you're controlling that elbow. So think of where's your posture as opposed to where I was referring to your ideal position in closed guard is. Your butt is high, your knees are compromised, your head is over your hips. You got no base, you got no structure. So this is what he wants. This is what you don't want.
Yeah.
But what you were doing is you were doing this. You were like fishing and getting it, and then you'd
Oh,
fish and
gotcha.
get that one, and then you get this one. Hey, if I broke your posture, I don't need to
Yeah, give it back.
I don't need to give it back. I want to see what you're gonna do here. You gotta really figure this out, because this sucks. Right? And now we got options. Now, I can slowly come over and try to get your back. Right? I don't have to be fast about it. I want to be controlled about it.
Chipping away.
Yeah. Yeah. That makes sense?
So where the next progression is, I don't get the Kimura. Someone's strong on top, someone's really good. I want to get my hips out. So, are your shoulders all right? Not really, let me use you. Go. And then you'll see it, and I'm sure you've been in this position where you're in closed guard, and the person just decides to bury you, and we're doing this move, pushing for an elbow, right? And you come down. So, now that I've gotten you in this position that I know you don't need to be in, my hips should be able to move either out or away. So, if I start threatening this and we posture up, I now break contact with this beneath this, and you can feel what I'm doing. I'm gonna either start doing attacking or I'm gonna do a to do that. So that's the whole thing. I threaten the Kimura to either get my hips out or to get the submission. I don't expect to get the submission all the time, because you know them well. I might submit you or you might power out of it, right? But I don't have to go like, this is the only move I'm gonna do. And it doesn't make sense till this year to me, like, be like, water, okay, if I can't do that, I'm gonna go there. If I can't do that, I'm gonna go there. But I'm constantly going downhill. I'm trying to create those erosion.
Guard is a transitional position.
Right.
Yeah, so you get there, so then you figure out what the next.
So I'm being safe and guard, yeah, and the fundamental guard is, like I said, I'm 51% at an advantage. That means I'm about to lose. I'm 1% away from losing it. If we're 50-50, I don't want that. So I need to either sleep or submit. So I'm breaking their posture, attacking, as I go here.
How are you?
That's the other thing. Pressure on the yellow.
So as you start coming in, the knees aren't wide anymore. I'm breaking your posture. I'm attacking in here. So as I'm attacking here, you're like, I'm not gonna give you this elbow. All I'm doing is blocking this knee, and I'm using this top knee.
Just as soon as I tuck in on the balance.
So what you wanna do when you're in close guard, which seems counterintuitive, I like in the gi, grabbing the pants, because what I'm doing is I'm using the palm of my hands, my palm strikes, to keep your hip, your pelvis, your butt cheek to the mat. So as you try to move, I'm not digging my elbows to hurt you. I'm using the structure of the frame to keep my base, my posture, my head's up. I don't even look at you because I can hand fight from behind. Right? It doesn't mean you can't break me. You can all grab the belt in the gi. I don't like the belt so much, but the belt's always there. Right? In no-gi, I'll be palmed out. And I'm there. But if you start breaking my posture, which is really great, of course, I go right on the small ribs where it meets the abdomen. So I don't want to flare out. I want to keep my elbow in tight. My structure's here. Now I'm getting my base under me, my butt's over my heels. I can go to this. So when I'm here, you're breaking my posture. I go diaphragm, shoulders, armpits, biceps. Hit my face, chest, and I walk down my hips. This is where I want to be. So if you're constantly attacking me from this, and you know where I'm going to do a reverse ladder, going down to your hips. You want to keep your hips elevated towards me, get your butt off the mat. Now I'm having to carry it weight a little bit. In the gi, I learned this year, is holding this and just keep my hips elevated and pulling down the knee. That's going to help me carry the weight. But this you do a collar time. Now your hips are elevated. So now I'm this. As I start doing this, I want you to dig for this elbow. And if I just double down, I want you to shrink and get your butt towards that wall. So as I start driving in, push this knee towards the bathroom, and all you can do is do like a scissor motion. This is the same here, and this knee is just gonna rotate that way, and I want you to hit down. Because I'm shooting out here. That's a little scissor option for there. So, I'll do it to you, do it to me. He's got great legs and he does a lot of close guard. So if you can show how you break my posture, I'm gonna try to sit up like 70%. And then just, if you see the scissor sweep, you can tell me why you're working.
And see, when he's moving right now, this is just how I play. I'm just waiting.
I think I'm at advantage. I'm good.
He's moving, he's doing a lot of stuff, and I'm just like, nah. And I just kind of wait. I'm really slow. Anyways, go ahead.
So it's there.
It's here, but his knee's right in my crotch, and it's just enough to where I don't feel good about getting this knee across, right? I mean, I can just de-weight him, right? So that's one way. But see my mind, because he was wanting me to scissor sweep. See where his knee is here on this side now. Now it's easier to kind of trap it and go. When it was here under my butt, I was kind of stuck, feeling like if I open this is gonna drive through to me and I'm gonna miss it. So that was why it made more sense to just, if it was in my butt like it was, to just de-weight him. Now he opens up. Okay, fine, now I can go here. So that was just a little bit of a different feel.
Yeah, when you have the knee in it before he puts it out.
Yeah, but you had me thinking scissor, and I was like,
If you
I don't like a scissor when,
yeah.
right? He's got kind of like a block in where I was trying to open it. And as soon as I open, that gets deeper.
It's also a threat because I don't have anything posted on my right side. He's not there.
And that's what I was seeing, is that you were posted out really hard with your left. All of your weight, The only post you had was that way, so just that hip twist is gonna de-weight you versus.
And I'm not opening my guard unless, like, I have to.
He's got longer legs. than
I
me.
just want
push
them
him.
closed
Yeah.
the whole time.
If you got,
And I like opening and then being able to close right away, just to see what he does. Just like sniff around, nope, and see what happens. So if I can sweep him without opening my guard, I'm gonna do it.
and it's all contingent on your opponent's body structure as well. If you can close your guard, keep your guard closed, and still move your knees north, south, east, and west, then you got this. So let's try to work on a couple of scissor sweeps, maybe just roll before. So I'll switch. I'll have you feel it, which I know you already felt it, but now you're just gonna go about 50%. You're trying to keep my butt close to the mat, so I want the palm of your hands. Since we're doing no gi, yeah, right there. Because what I can
Was
do
it-
in gi.
Who gets 2 moves? Who gets 1 move?
Depends on.
How we want to do it?
You can
If
feel
you're
it.
the one that's offensive,
My hips being up. I'm not really using force. I'm just using my weight. Can you feel the difference there?
The
As
person that's
opposed
supposed to be successful will get to.
Okay.
So if you're trying to.
so keep my hips today.
Yeah.
And just trying to give them looks, you get 2 minutes,
Yeah.
he gets 1.
So the offenser, yeah, okay. The initiator gets to do it. Anyways, we won't do that, but
Got
I
it.
said it wrong 100 times yesterday.
He kept going backwards and forward earlier.
Yeah. Okay.
Not force. That was a force, but you can see you kept your base wide. That was good. But the thing is, with that, if you start feeling the head coming up, keep your elbows in tight. Try to think, I got it right.
So what's the biggest thing you
So
want
get,
on
push
it?
yourself back into.
If you can, that's the
The
fight.
position.
If not, you might have to smother me.
So-
Let me show this. This is which is good. I'm not saying
You
that.
don't
I'm
want
just
to
saying.
hurt that one, 'cause he's not engaging.
This is what you, what I'm gonna do is what you want to do. It's an extra, I'm gonna get fish those elbows. Let's see, first, compliments. I'm gonna work now with my armpits, bicep. Just break the guard. You can see I'm pushing down. Push that elbow in. Get there. Put your hips, crouch up my face. I don't like this. Address that. Right, control my neck. And we'll lift your hips again. You see how that changes the equilibrium? My whole arm is in the air. If you try to force a scissor sweep, as long as my base is nice and wide, you go and try to put a scissor sweep on there. Weights off.
Good with me.
What's that?
I would close as soon as I could again.
It's really just.
Because I'm open, right? So I
You're
know
not pushing this foot
if you
back.
feel like you know where you want to go from there, and we are trying to do
You're bringing
some
that knee
sweeps,
over.
cool.
It's called a
But
scissor. 'cause
if
it
I
feels
can
like
kind of get back to close from here, because that's where I know I'm comfortable and I can sweep or whatever, then I would.
I'm gonna-
But I don't like to give up when my guard has been open.
So the only thing I was thinking at this point is I'm over your elbow
I
here,
kind of let you have this push.
so if I can get turned back the other way and get a trap triangle, I can start working that. That's where I was thinking, because I got this here. You're really far away, so I'm gonna have to.
Which, and also, I'm like one move here from you not getting this in.
Right.
That's how.
And then you go throw a triangle and I'm gonna pass you. So because I'm far away and you don't have this grip,
So we're gonna go from.
now if you had this grip and you were pulling it towards you,
And this is for
then
your
it's a little
success,
bit,
and give you enough
you
resistance
know,
so you can finish the move.
I would have more
You're gonna go
inclination to lock it up.
To throw that.
Elevate your
Because
hips.
now I really gotta fight to get rid of that.
Right.
And then as I do, and I fight to get rid of that, and I'm here, then you can go.
Got it.
How I would see it. But yeah, this is all about posture. That's it. If I maintain posture, you go nowhere. You break my posture, you can start to sweep
Pause for a
this.
second. On this Kimura, I'm trying to go here, right?
Not this yet, but yeah.
But I'm trying to, is the arm positioning, I don't need to be under here necessarily.
What I want you to do is with this Kimura, I want you to think of bringing my elbow to your chest. Don't even worry about getting the Kimura grip. Think bring my elbow to your chest. Now you can try to finish through. Your right hand's gonna go to my wrist. Right hand goes to my wrist.
This slides down.
Your left hand leans in and goes to your arm. Once you do make a connection, I want both your thumbs to be forward and you're using like a thumb and strip on both hands. So I feel your right thumb, roll your thumb over my wrist. So all your fingers now Now I want to do a reverse forward up with throttle, roll your muscles forward in this position. You know, I got a little tight. Now bring my hand to your chest. If you can, bring the elbows to your ribs on both sides. Got it, come on right there. Okay, gotcha. Reverse forward step over it. Bring your elbows in. Tighten it.
Got flour,
Right here.
got pants that look like
With bigger people, we usually don't have it, so.
Yep.
So that's the thing. Now what I want to do is go down. So
We get
I'm
this
gonna wait
space
for the pressure to
taken
take
away.
down.
out so much, and your hips are in a great spot, you just gotta
You can sweeten it out.
rock the pendulum a little bit.
Oh, so take this leg
It
up.
seems simple and easy.
Yeah.
The more you practice this,
So take it up.
easier it
This
is.
leg.
Because I'm worried about that tomorrow, and I'm open
Gotta
this.
go under my armpit.
Yeah.
You're trying to get it protected.
Yeah.
Weight shifts.
Yeah.
Which one?
Chase in the back, he's doing a good job holding this arm, because you need to get your arm over here to crawl his back. So if you're in here, you're working it, and you see the. See that?
So, I don't want you to think that I'm giving you the move.
So
I'm letting you
most of
execute
what's
the
gonna be
flow so you can start feeling where you need to go. It's like going down a trail that hasn't been there in a while. You know it's there. You know it's there. You might be breaking a little bit of brush, but it's been driven before.
Yeah.
So, how do you feel with that one?
Yeah, just getting muscle memory on it.
Yeah.
It's better
There
than
you
the
go,
first
bring me
time.
to you.
More.
Almost there, there it is.
Elbow. Good. Chest. Give your elbow good. And I'll show you the difference of what it is. I'm muscling it, and I know you're strong.
Alright.
So, if I try to force this more, like,
I don't
Scott
have
said,
a lot
he
on
can
my
force
side.
it. But I really just want this elbow. Once I can get this elbow,
That's good though.
Yeah, if you could.
doesn't matter
One
how
of the
strong.
things that
you are.
I've
What is your natural reaction? You want
As
to
I
posture
get
and get away, right?
more limber and strengthened,
So you've got it.
I've got less and less on this
Yeah.
side compared to.
So I didn't move anything other
Like
than.
I can get this side.
Once you start to posture up,
I can get all the way flexed down with the heel here.
this to your body.
But this
I'm
side.
being nice because I don't want to tweak your shoulder.
To there.
But
Yeah.
this is the
And I'm
biggest thing.
pulling
It's a
all
little
the-
cheese grater ice cream scoop.
back.
This. So whatever you do to defend me from breaking your posture,
This
this
is
using this.
So I would recommend
And if you start
going
doing
slower
this and pushing
and
face,
feeling like, instead of, I think I got this, I'm gonna go, he can't
so I gotta be
move.
ready to transition.
Now
I
I'm
can't-
going.
I want to move my hips. If I can't
Try
get
that.
this, I'm not gonna bail on this.
Cause I'm not gonna do, I'm not, you know, I'm gonna give you the look.
Right.
Let me work the, ladder.
Sure. So we're gonna break posture. You're gonna bring both your hands close to your ears. You're gonna kind of use your forearms to sequel my arms. So your palms are gonna go to my front of my shoulders. You can go to my armpits with a C clamp, or you can just go to my biceps. You can do that. That's my armpits. Or
Good. So
you
now,
can do this.
think about that idea of
You
creating
can put your palms
patterns.
in, next to my
Or what
ribs.
do I call
Yeah,
it over here?
You can
create
do this.
patterns,
You
finding
see-
patterns.
Yeah, so you're creating
Like-
patterns,
like
you
have
did that.
Wait, think about C clamps.
Don't abandon the highway yet.
So now
Stay
that
on
my
the
shoulders
highway.
are pinned, my elbows
Now
are
you've,
flared out.
so you've just
You
like
can do
input.
that, or you
So
can
we're
do
still
what
here
you're doing.
again.
Or
You know
you
what
can
happens when we
biceps.
do
So
that.
calm
Maybe
my
don't do it
biceps.
again, right?
Get a little bit lower.
And
my
then you
biceps
set
on
it up.
bottom side.
And you're thinking, all right, now I have the flower sweep, which
Or
I
you
missed
go
last time because he based.
Pinky,
So
thumb,
he's gonna
pushing
base
hand
again,
inside of my elbows.
and then I'm gonna miss it again, but
Really
okay.
wide, so from
Now
biceps.
this time I'm all
Oh, yeah.
I created a
Yeah, now I
pattern.
want you to think of the fatty
I know
portion
what he's
of
gonna
the
do.
pinky where it meets
Now
your-
I'm gonna
in
go
my
into
elbow
my
pits.
sweep if I can.
I can't
Make
see
sense?
the posture.
Yeah.
So
So-
you're gonna keep this one and walk this one to my chest.
But if you go too
Walk the left one
fast,
up to my chest.
it's like, you know, zipping down the highway on
This one's
in
gonna
a,
go to my floating, my
in a
ribs,
car
right where
versus
my abdomen.
on a walk or on a
Now, This
bicycle.
one's gonna go to my hip.
It's like we're on a bicycle
That's the
right
ladder
now.
I'm talking
Make
about.
sure you see everything.
Yeah, I felt you work your way up on me, so.
So I'm gonna break your posture.
You're winning the posture battle. That's the first thing, that's the first step.
As soon as you get there, I know I got it. So keep it.
So that physical inventory.
Yeah.
I go to muscle sweep, keep going. I go to muscle sweep, go ahead. He pushes back, I get his weight going a little bit. Man, a great a great alternative from here would be use your legs to thrust me forward as I'm coming back down. Oh man! Right? But you weren't doing that. So when you muscle sweep and you got me off, you know I'm coming this way.
But you're
Take
feeling my
the
knees are coming
momentum
forward.
to your advantage.
Right in this elbow.
Yeah. If I'm here, right, where do you know I'm going? I'm going here. As soon as I go here, you say, okay, just for simplicity. And you move me over here. And I'm like, damn it. And I move over here. What do? You push me back over here. Damn it. Right? And so now you've created a pattern and you know exactly what I'm going to do.
Right.
So you know I want to stay
So this
big.
is why it's good to know both.
If you
Not
get
just
me
telling
here,
you, hey, I want you to do
Yeah.
this.
That's what I'm
I
doing.
want you to know what I need to do.
And that's what you're doing with me. You're going to follow me in muscle sweep. Because look at me, I'm already giving it to you. Now I'm going to stop. And I'm going to push you down. And guess what you're going to do? You're going to kick me out. Ooh. Right? You see that?
Right.
Because I don't care what you do. I just don't want to get broken.
Okay.
All I'm thinking about.
So I'm here.
And there's only so many ways you can, yeah.
I'm gonna sweep you
Much
that
more.
way.
You can.
That would be the.
If you don't see the Kimura, go for the sweep. And if you don't get the sweep, regard. Regard with a broken posture. It's going to defeat me.
Where I had that wrist, I probably could feel a little bit of a
Just
twist.
wait a second. Where do I gotta go?
Kimura is better there.
You have to go back
I
up.
gotta go back.
So that little
So you're feeling like I'm
Transitional thing
100%
Scott was
close
talking
to
about.
clear. I'm taking the
Kimura is
back.
a lot more powerful
Or you're
because
like,
you're doing
nah.
12-1, whereas
He's
before
got my arm.
you're
This
pushing my
sucks.
wrist and you're
I
pushing
know
my
he's gotta
elbow.
come back. I'm just gonna
The
wait
other way
till
you
he starts
walked
to move.
around with your lock.
And with that, you're mostly just trying to get somebody to
You're breaking my
react.
getting the posture up or
So
the
he's
double
gotta
down.
move to my left.
So from here, I want you to think of, you're not gonna get this is, why don't you go ahead and finish the Kimura, so you can get that control you had, then scoop that elbow towards your
I
chest.
wanna
and
let
then
him move enough.
just for this, because it's gonna be a higher percentage finish weight, then that little, the little arm. This is controlling, but this is dominant control. So whatever you had, you can reach the armpit.
I know it's a little slow.
So wherever you
but I
had.
don't-
No, that makes sense.
I want you to get this armpit over my shoulder.
We'll shut up. So, no. It
Yeah,
makes
so now
sense.
you've
I'm
got
just-
two hands on my one elbow. See
Yeah.
that Kimura is there, so all you're doing is keeping that elbow pinned on your
Trying to-
shoulder. And now as I start to
Yeah.
bring this out,
And
you're
it-
gonna hold my wrist
I'm
in
gonna
place.
go at your
As you
speed.
control my wrist
so
and
that
your left
it's
arm to
like-
weave through my elbow. And
And
grab your
again,
own wrist. Your left
I'm
hand, that's
fighting
your right hand,
years
Your
of
left
training
hand
like a wrestler.
is gonna weave through,
Whereas-
your right hand's gonna control my
If I
wrist.
get you here,
Yep.
I don't want.
Now-
I wanna
now,
keep
once you
going
make a
forward,
connection with
and I
both
don't wanna
hands,
let you go
roll
anywhere
both
else.
thumbs forward,
Versus.
roll your knuckles
if I
forward
let
so
you go
your
a
wrist
little
straighten
bit,
out.
Well, and I would say if the coast
There
is
you go.
clear,
You feel
go.
that? Do it with both hands.
But if there's any
You're
doubt,
also rolling it on your
or
own
if you're
shoulder,
not
so you feel
sure,
like I got a little tighter to your
then
chest.
don't.
Now I want you to think of
And
bringing
just-
your elbows
And
into
let
your
that,
chest.
because
and
that
your
wasn't very
ribs.
hard to get me there.
Feel that?
Right.
Now lift
Odds
my
are you'll be
hands
able to
to
do
the
it
ceiling.
again. Right? Or maybe not.
This is crucial.
Maybe not, because now I'm so freaked out
Yeah, so we'll stay.
that I'm gonna go, no way! You're like, fine, I don't care. You're over here.
We'll go that way.
I try to finish it here with my thumb. But what I'm doing is as soon as my fingers touch my wrist and your wrist, I'm rolling my knuckles forward, bringing it tight. It's your shoulder up. Pressure you have, but I'm doing it. So my wrists are not strong enough. My wrists are.
So one of the things for Jason back here.
Say again?
So I don't have any worry about you
So we had
going into this direction. I'm trying to remember to figure this out. So
I
if he
don't
doesn't
actually
bleed
want to
in,
grab the pimple with my arms.
once I do
So
this,
same methodology
that
I
hook,
have with now, I
okay.
want to post above
this
his
hook,
head.
I'll bring it up here.
Jason had
Once I roll
here,
forward,
I get to his
I'm
back.
creating a natural process. So that's what we call a reverse motorcycle grip.
I don't have my other hook in.
But
What's
I
that?
have to make that connection. This is on your wrist. Everything here.
Right.
Okay?
And I slide across.
So we're gonna reach out and go.
So you're gonna feel this. We're so fighting, we're so fighting.
You like?
No. Once I feel like
I don't feel like I wanna do
this
that at all.
hand comes to my own wrist, I walk it forward.
Right now?
And I bring it tight.
No.
As opposed to C-clamp on both.
Well,
my wrists are down.
so what I was trying to do is get that cross body control. I was trying to get the car. No, I understand what you're saying.
I've done.
So this is gonna go around, your armpit's gonna go here.
Applies everywhere.
Once you grab your own wrist,
Use that, you're safe. Even then, I don't touch At all.
Oh, this is coming.
Yeah, so once your fingertips,
Oh,
grab on both sides on what your spider walk, and go from the strip on
If you
both
wanna
sides.
go grab some
Right till
arms,
the kids
it's gonna be
push
hard work.
And hold the fishing grip.
Just wanna-
Yeah, and now really roll both knuckles
That's
forward.
it.
And the other
Bring
thing
that arm to your
that
chest.
I would
Bring that
add
elbow to your
is,
chest.
not that there's
Posture up.
anything, not that there's anything
Suck it in
to
your
add,
body.
but
You can even curl.
that is the whole
forward.
concept of what we're talking about, which is,
Now,
you're
your
just,
right elbow
you're
is
either
actually
like,
pinch my
you're gonna
shoulder
take
with
what's
your right elbow.
yours,
Pinch your
or
right-
you're
your
gonna
right
take
elbow
what's
is-
given to you.
Here, I want you to tighten my body.
And
Okay.
if you take what's given to you, it's
Now
way
keep
more
it tight.
efficient
And
than
now
forcing
roll
your
my
way
back.
through.
This
What?
goes this way.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
gonna go to the back, because I'll give you something, I will, if I move, I'm giving you something, you know, so.
The journey we're here at right now, is gonna
Let's grab
be
my wrist.
really not a whole lot of them come in, and it's gonna be a whole lot of counter resistant, counter resistant, counter resistant, counter resistant.
And now, once
It's
you
not
get
gonna
this,
feel like you're
put my hand on
going
the back
just
of my
much
head.
because it's very minute.
Yeah.
So you got a good swell in the back there.
And so you're gonna mess this up a lot.
Yeah, this one.
We all do.
Right.
You're dumped right over the top.
This one comes through.
Well, and that, so what I was trying for, and maybe not very successfully, so I'm in,
That left elbow.
when I take the back,
Yep.
Yeah.
Run
I
the
don't have
shoulder
that
lock
hook
into
for
the
control,
Okay, yes, I'm controlling the shoulder there.
Yep. Okay.
so here versus, so then he's gonna dump.
I gotta do something,
You're gonna have to hip forward or something.
I gotta do
So then I
something.
keep tight, squeeze on the legs, and then just wait.
Yeah, you're in a great spot. He'll reach out and grab your arm eventually, which will open his elbow from his hip line, and you can sneak a single hook in. You go from there.
So the thing that I go for is the leg ride from wrestling. Leg ride, cross body control, jerk tilt.
Yep.
And that's where I was trying to be.
There's a time and a place for that, which is beautiful. Well, you were also like that.
I'll show you that.
Okay, you develop one pattern, go back to it, and create another one. So yeah, already so worried about that.
You can feel it smoke.
Your legs a little more.
So once I feel that you're keeping a good base, I'm just gonna do it. If I start moving around, you know, so. Cool guard. I'm trying to hug your elbows tight. I'm not necessarily trying to tweak the submission. No, it's just. Yeah, so I'm trying to break your base posture structure. And you're trying to maintain it while you're trying to open my guard. As soon as you feel my feet separate, do the pass guard, the knee in that, and the hip in that. I'm trying to get to the second control, but we'll work on this as soon as. But we had to work on this closed guard attack, so you can grab them from the bottom. Not so much. So let's take break, gentlemen, we'll break off for the privates. I don't know if you guys need a more, I'll come in a little early. I'm assuming, it's just me?
Looking good?
Yeah.
Don't get some comfort, Brian.
Okay, I was gonna bring Kai. Sir, trying to teach. He doesn't feel comfortable teaching. But it's all good.
My idea of helper is if there's one man here that's kind of.
He's my safety. Yeah. Yeah, he's, yeah. So I'm gonna sort of in your way.
Grab around then, feet in, real
Jake, you want to do a roll? Yeah. Okay. We got room, so that, I didn't want to get in your way, but, yeah, we did a roll. So we'll just go for, I know I don't have my hand. Yeah. We'll start on our knees. And what I want you to think of is your offense. Now, so you control. We're gonna do one roll, you guys can take off or whatever, but, Then it'll be cool if you guys want to do one more day. If not, then I'll see you guys on Monday. Are you doing anything today?
I mean, yes, but
I
I'm doing this private.
I got you. Okay. No, I mean, didn't know if you need us here at 2:30.
You guys wanna roll? Yeah. What you guys do?
I want you to get offense. You two get up and you should second.
We'll talk about the barbecue, let's make sure
I
we
want
do
you to
that.
break my guard, pass my guard.
Starting guard then?
Nope. You start.
Sylvia,
you
like,
guys-
white keys?
So I'm going precise as well.
Does he want them?
Stop.
So yes,
Stand back.
keys?
Or back, yeah. It's gonna be hard because I'm not wearing the boots, so. We should have this.
White keys are like your formal wear.
Well, that wasn't even, yeah. Of all his other. So, so you wanna set a fence out here? Yeah, I don't have any.
I don't know, a couple.
Okay. I don't know about chairs, or like, people just come outside in the middle. Okay. So, if we wanna eat at 3:30 when it's over, right? Then either I need to have somebody help, or I need to go like step out real quick. Just step out, have an hour.
Steve's gonna bring in another
Grill.
grill.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna go to Super One after this and just make sure that I have the meeting, I gotta like observe it and, you know, make sure it's there. And I'll pick it up. I'll put something on it and,
Just don't know
but I mean, there's 40 people. And normally if I was part of the team, I'd do a half a pound per person, but probably don't need to do that. So,
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
maybe like 15
Not sure what
pounds.
you have to finish it.
Reset. But these?
Maybe
No,
15
we'll reset.
pounds.
Yeah.
Keep it flowing, Brandon. Keep it flowing.
Got you, bro.
Get him,
There you
move him, throw something else.
From there, what you?
We're making sure.
Yeah.
Maybe like
We're
10
working on
pounds of
finish.
sausages and
You got to the back. And that's all I'm doing is I want you to.
15 pounds of.
I'm making it difficult for you. but
Yeah, yeah.
just-
And then we'll have the farofa, just like the Brazilian sawdust with garlic, super good. Like this buttery powder. Okay, cool.
Yeah, whatever the cost is, whatever makes sense.
Can you give me that opening? Somewhere.
I want you to see the mount.
It's also the,
Sometimes people will start defending so hard, they won't see this, you just jump right out of my head. Once you block my knee, I gotta bring it. I gotta be on that.
we have a lot going on.
But I didn't know.
Well, sure, yeah.
Because I want you to see that.
I don't know. That's
Yeah,
exact.
for sure.
No, it starts at 9. Yeah, so it should be 10, but I'll get close to that. Yeah, that's like it's almost like a wedding for me. Big deal. And?
Now you can start.
Oh, no, now you're starting. Shimmy, Brandon, Andrew. Shimmy back. Shimmy back. Andrew, you gotta shimmy back. You gotta get his hips down to your hips. Right now they're on your neck. Shimmy.
Right knee, if you right knee over my right, if you can.
Love that 2-on-1. Yesterday, this is all we did. With
Two focused on the.
I did.
the 2 steps, 1 step. And it was really clunky at first, like, cause I tried to do it. And it worked when I was the rookie. It didn't work when you had 2 white belts. Well, the movement was all wrong. You know, there was no like distinct movement, and so there was no distinct reaction.
Yeah, I
Right.
could tell it was loosely
Grab the key
held.
with your left hand, pull it.
I want you to think of like, where am I gonna use the mount? The mount's gonna be there more than the other. So I said, can I give you something? I'm praying really hard on it. So, I'm avoiding this, I'm really afraid here.
Don't let that foot come free.
So now you can start working this knee to get over here. Yeah, and you start working this knee toward my head. So working up my body with your left knee. You want this my armpit, yeah. Now connect your right knee to my hip. That's inside. Now you're inside. Right? So what do we do? We went from here. During the Kimura, you're so worried about the Kimura, you forgot to realize it. Once you go down this, your legs are free to go past. Once you're past, if you drive this shoulder to the mat, I'm stuck.
And then I slip back here. It's like a forward rock and then a back rock.
Yeah, so if you don't forget to post out, if I start sweeping you that way, you got that arm to post on your head.
On the head, yeah.
So now you're seeing where you're able to get to. I didn't make it easy on you, but I
Got it,
think that's
kid.
where you need to be.
Ready to get after it. Got to do it. What am I doing? Oh, we're going. Yeah.
Wait a minute. Yep, that leg isn't doing a whole lot.
Right? Come on, baby. Come back. Yeah.
Focus on
Change hands. Over here.
Yep. Don't be flat on your back.
Ready for the long haul, baby.
Use one of your arms, forearms across my head. That's my hips. Oh, that's it.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Good. Yeah.
Yeah, those are all.
So yeah, is there, let's start fighting from the bottom.
Let's just say Americana core.
Americana goes over your head, so think of a high five for America. High five for America. More is just your hands below.
Okay, so it's a similar.
It's a shoulder lock. They're both shoulder locks. Both shoulder locks. So when you got this, I was able to leave my hands here, but on the bottom, if you just support your own hand and smash it to the mat, I'm gonna lose it. So if you get back to that Americana position, where you're here, right? If I start coming in here, I want you to think of doubling all your, say your wrist is bent, roll your knuckles forward, and I want you to use your forehead over the intersection of your hands. And now use all your weight to go here. So if you start feeling this, just double down on that. There's no way I'm gonna win. I'm fighting the position, the lock, the structure, and your weight.
And I can't really get it down to the finish line by raising. It's just more comfortable.
You gotta get this elbow down to the mat. You gotta roll your knuckles forward again. Both hands really tight. Suck it into my body. Bring my elbow down to my hip pocket. That's it right there. But you gotta do all those things successively, and I'll show you why. These shoulder locks are effective because we have this planted forward shoulder. I don't know if I showed you this. We also do Americana still. Below this, that's where the shoulder lock is. It's not an elbow treat, not a wrist treat. It's gotta be down. It's gotta be down. So bringing that crunch in, making it tight, like I'm keeping this stable. On here.
long as I keep your foot this way, you can't do that.
Americana. Here's 90 degrees, your shoulder's head.
No.
So
The
below,
choke from here.
below 90, your elbow should be another 2 inches. Don't worry about it.
Concho, that's
Right here
it.
below,
I'm not in that position.
they go up higher.
I'm just,
Yeah, flex. Yeah, push it.
Put a little pressure on
Look
the
at this
jaw.
plane from
what
here.
I'm doing.
Hand goes up, push it up. The hand goes down, go up, and then I'm working on it.
To stop it from screaming.
Yeah, you gotta be tight. Even with this pinned down, you could pull this back all the way.
So what I'm doing with that, what forces me to fight this pressure, so when I'm release, you actually go that way.
But those things are effective. More?
So, I want.
At least I go.
When I get.
Not here.
Yeah. I don't want you to try and
It's not. But I'm doing it standing so you can understand the mechanics. So when we're doing it down, that's what I'm doing.
this way.
And it's like, it doesn't matter how often I do it, I can't figure out the trouble. You're not having, just struggling with it.
Adjust the screen, like, beat it.
Interesting.
All the way on my wrist. And then, here you go. See how it is on my right? Yeah. So like, let's say I'm on Pacific Standard.
I've heard people do this.
I traveled for 7 years before. My first 2 years I didn't do it. I felt like crap. After that, I felt much better. You can see and you can hear it. It's immediately different. You gotta get the elbow next to the ear. Yeah, you want it. Yes.
I guess we're still going.
Right, man? You all right?
Yeah, I took a whack to the right nut.
We don't need it. We don't need it.
Again, they're purely decorative.
Yeah, go ahead. Be careful with his right shoulder, not left shoulder.
But it's getting better. It's getting better.
Yeah.
I'll probably tap early. That's good.
No, it's not, you're good. You're good. Go. Go. Yeah, there you go. I know you got a good pace. That's what I'm out there.
So ideally, what you need to do is knock that.
It's okay.
So,
Oh, he's on balance. Oh, he wanted me to be.
Oh my gosh.
Just kind of-
You were laying on my
There's a lot
leg.
of ways to
I could
do
get
it.
pulled up there.
If you have your feet in the
So I was gonna have to transition to the
My
lumbar,
grab just sticks your feet in
which will work.
my. So I just
But-
relax.
You just kind of.
I'm gonna go
Open it up for you. Yeah.
something to remember so I can get comfortable.
Got it. What about when the person got the arm?
The last one,
Yeah.
here, when you
Yeah.
working
On
on
that time.
this.
Okay.
The biggest bait in there is
There's a lot of contact.
when I try to pass,
That comes.
you just open it that way.
Trying to get out of my tunnel vision. Really went.
That's good. 'Cause I'm trying to get out of my late window.
Being willing to open myself.
Also, you don't care about the pitch, you care about speed.
A lot of the time, one of the things that let me, I love you to open up the back, is getting more comfortable.
Time like that stuff.
So in the translation of everything,
There's been a lot of times where, I took you down and I got off top, and that's kind of spending time places.
Oh my gosh.
Let you learn.
Look at it. Yeah.
Elbows high.
A comment.
He's trying to slip their feet off. Right.
Well, so,
I can keep that for
The key to this is keeping my elbows in, but not too far in. So, go down a little bit. So before I got that timeout,
It's better.
I had my elbow in really tight here. And so feel how that just flare up now. See how now my elbow's gone. And now you can just keep working your way up. And then see how you're in that. I can't do anything with this one. I've got one arm to defend. And additionally, the further you get away from my hips, so just stay there, don't lose it. I'm going to bridge, a hard bridge, the way that is going to be most effective. Get a little bit of a closer elbow here, but that one's tight. Well, my big bridge there, see how I'm moving you a couple 3 inches? Yeah. Or is it just be down? And you're there, elbow's still in, that elbow's not helping. But that same bridge, that's why I need, that's why everybody's needing that high.
You feel the tear?
Yeah.
Gotta get your knees on the so before they get there, your elbows are here, just on those thighs. So as you start to move on, start to make some shimmy. That's exactly it. And you're shimmying enough so that the arm just inside of that. And you try to shimmy up again. Now I'm moving back there. Pull back the elbow. And now it's now you're happy. And now mounted. And elbow on the finger. So that's it. I can breathe. I don't have a big motherfucker sitting on my chest. Yeah. So that's right in my shoe. And if you notice, almost everybody, they're going to land on their face.
Great to see you, Tanner.
First thing you do is
Problem when you teach.
this is your opportunity to activate your elbows in. Tight. And I grapevine. Now, if I want to continue, if I want to move forward, what do I have to do? I have to release my grapevine. I have to sit up. This is your point. That hip pump is going to work. That, yep. So that's where your bridge is going to work. Also, if I've already got it here,
That was my own done.
you you're carrying my weight. I've got a nice wide face out here. You can't do anything about it.
That way.
I know you don't want to. Yep, that's exactly. Shimmy, shimmy, and now bridge, hard. If I don't face out, if I don't get that big post out.
And then the one where you were.
So, yep, drop that leg.
So what I want to
And then,
as you're putting pressure
so
on
what
this
you
bar shoulder,
do
flat my
is
shoulder.
elbow,
This
there. That way you can kind of lift it, create a little bit of
Your
space.
side control is down. I still
Now,
don't have
take this leg
elbow. Your hand
over mine, Pull it. There.
Yeah,
Now,
yeah.
hold on. Before you go there, that's another. So you're going to pinch, screw it deep across this, straight your legs across my neck, turn my head away. Yep. And then start doing whatever you want. Now, we're going to straighten whatever you want to do from there. See how cool. Now, drive.
Before you go to the next step.
Drive your right knee forward. There. Now grip again. Switch your hips.
That's what we want to do now, because we're here.
And you're in a hell of a lot. Yep. It's your half guard.
It's my half here.
I'm in your half guard.
Yeah, you're close to the side.
No. So I have to disengage from this leg to get the mount to side mount.
So yeah, I get you here, keep this out.
Yep.
That's what I make.
And then you have to decide. So inside control, your choices are drive away, rip out, recover cars, get the fuck out, wrestle up, whatever you're just going to do. Or
Not only that, though, when I'm there, I can get my arm out, so I can rest.
your other choices. You can go under, get out.
Yeah.
All the way up to the tight.
Stand up and control one.
I need to get that back out.
I think I was just excited that I got a break. You know?
Yeah.
You bend that head in, tight twist one arm.
Yep.
Because then,
And now it's in the drive. My shoulders to that, they put your shoulders on your nose.
yep, keep going.
Yeah.
You already have that leg. You basically reverse the position. You go to half guard, but you're now in top of half guard.
So, yeah. It's kind of like, yeah, you're like taking away, like the wheel off. It doesn't move as well. Drive away. And the foot's not there. And that's a lot better.
Now see this?
Get away from there.
Yep. I want to occupy that space, make that elbow reconnection through my body and get this close. Remember this? Yep. And now, this is what I just had.
You did? Oh.
So I was kind of just like, I want to make that big theory. Weapons make sure you're doing
And there's stuff you don't do. I'm not good at it. But that's about it.
It's an easy live on.
That's what you're gonna do.
And if you can get, you can just get your half guard. There's a lot less ways that you can be on both sides.
I don't know if you're a side or not, but it just felt like I had
Ideally, I want to be on my side and on the
like I was grabbing. It was just intuitive.
I like moving.
No, I know you do, but I don't
At
want
least giving myself a second
I know because you
to
guys,
adjust.
you gotta look at you like this with them.
Yep. Because from here, I have this one hook,
Like my knees,
and I
I
can
can
go
go
lock down, something like that. But from here, straighten your right leg, just drive it out, drive it out,
I just want
drive
you
it
to
out,
look at your structure.
and work your way.
Shoulder this way.
Now you're inside control.
You sucker.
Back out. A lot of times people do body lock passes.
I don't know why I don't mind heel hooks or foot locks.
I'll be
But
here.
really accessories.
Hook around the body.
Somebody at Apex. They'll just do
Down
this.
here. I'll drive this crossface.
I'm not even on the floor, it's over. He'll do this, he doesn't really do a wrist lock.
Grab the body lock. And now use that body
I
lock.
get it, he's working his hamstrings, it's not hurting me, but still.
Yep. I keep going. Slow down. Yep. Keep going down.
AC, you want to come to the front top?
And you can come back in.
You
can use that body lock.
Hey, good, awesome work, dude. Really nice work. Oh, good. Yeah, what's you guys? Like, that's something that like, it's like you walk in on the Spanish teacher just put a whole essay on the board. It's like, read that. You know, that's what it is. It's like, I know some words. What you just did was like a whole big essay, but man, if we can get that concept of the guard game being about posture and breaking posture, and just that speed, until I go forward, I'm gonna, it's like trying to run the ball with nobody's blocking yet. I'm not gonna